Okay, I'd like to remind everyone of the City of Perry staff core values. It's a strong work ethic, problem solving, community oriented, shows professionalism and integrity. It's a team player, is accountable, and is a good steward. Roll call, please.
Shelley.
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Walling. Yes. Klein. Yes.
Okay, next up is approval of the meeting agenda. So
So
motion.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Walling. Yes. Mahler.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Klein. Yes.
Okay, next item up is the Perry at Large appointment, letters of interest review and appointment. So this is for Chuck Schutt's vacancy. The letters were delivered. I guess we'll read them here and give the person a little chance to introduce themselves, and then we'll vote. And if they get voted in, we will swear them in tonight and they'll take a seat here at the table. So could I have a motion, please?
Second.
Who has letters? Liz?
Yeah, they were included in the packet.
Okay.
I think Chris might have it up there. There we go. We did receive two, one from Mr. John Andorf and another one from Dean Berglund. Dean Berglund later rescinded his after he had got word that Mr. Andorf had put in. So we technically only had one. I think John's here, so if he wants to step up and add anything additional to his letter, pretty sure everybody knows Mr. Andorf.
Good evening. Most of you know me. We've had a long working relationship together, which I enjoyed. That's why I'm coming back. As I said in my letter, I think I'm uniquely qualified with 10 years experience with the city, 4 on council and 6 as mayor. And plus as you saw in my letter of interest, I have done and still continue to do lots of community service. And this is a part of that. I think it's important for the mayor to be a part of the community service piece too, as well as being on the council. And, you know, one piece that I really enjoyed was having a good relationship with the council members and other mayors and Sven. And I think that's important. If I didn't have that relationship that I didn't think we could maintain again, I wouldn't be up here. So I'm, you know, kind of excited about having this opportunity again. I did miss it, and that's why I'm back. I think I can contribute something.
Thank you. Any questions for John?
Questions for me?
Okay. So I'd need a motion to appoint John in this position.
I make a motion that we appoint John Andorf to the position of council at large.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Walling.
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Klein. Yes. Welcome aboard.
I feel honored taking Chuck's position. Chuck was such an important part of the city council and the city for so many years. So I feel honored taking that position. Thank you.
So we need to swear you in. So you would stand there and raise your hand. So I, John Andorf, do solemnly swear
I, John Andorf, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa.
and I will faithfully and impartially,
I will faithfully and impartially,
to the best of my
to
ability,
the best of my ability,
discharge the duties of the office of council member in the city of Perry,
discharge the duties of the council member in the city of Perry,
as now or hereafter required by law.
as now or hereafter required by law.
Welcome to
Thank you. Welcome back, John.
Well,
Yeah, welcome.
It's kind of like coming home again from this.
Well, welcome back home.
Okay. While John's coming up, the next item is our consent agenda. It's the minutes of the August 18th, 2025 regular city council meeting. 3 payments for contract services to Bolton and Mank for a total of $39,847.50. Claims registers and financials of $770,862.16. And we have some licenses and permits. Tin Pig Tavern is to renew their retail alcohol license, and the inspections are on file at City Hall. And then there is a new retail alcohol license to NAAZ Group LLC, operating as Perry Mart for the gas station out on Highway 141, the old okay. And they are also requesting a back license at the same time. So if I could have a motion, please.
I make a motion, we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Klein,
Yes.
Wallen,
Yes.
Shelley.
Yeah.
Mahler,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, city administrators report. Sven.
All right, well, the last couple of weeks have been pretty full pulling together the development agreements for this council meeting and all the documents related. Also have been working, and Molly's been helping quite a bit with our RISE grant application, which we'll have a little bit more on, but pulling all of those final things together to get back to the folks at the DOT for next Tuesday's DOT commission meeting. So been a busy couple of weeks since our last meeting. That's mostly to do with these development agreements and that RISE grant. So good things going. Any questions for me?
It looks like he did a lot of work.
Here and there.
Thanks, Sven. So mayor council comments. I just wanted to thank the Hispanics Unite for Perry for putting on a very nice Latino festival a week ago. I was in the parade and then had some very good food down at the park. So I think it was pretty well attended and it's a lot of fun from what I saw. So thank you to them and for their efforts. Any council comments?
I want to second your festivities. It was fun. Good turnout.
Then we'll be on to open forum. Speakers are asked to step to the microphone, state their name and address for the record, and you'll be given 3 minutes to address the council. Any open forum? Okay, we'll move on. So tonight we have 3 public hearings. Item A is a public hearing on the proposed development agreement with JBS Prepared Foods, Inc. So we will open that public hearing at 6:07.
All right, so this came into your guys' emails hot off the press a couple of hours ago.
Yep.
Big highlights really revolve around the overall TIF rebate of $10 million. And then did have some good conversation and want to thank Mark and the rest of the JBS folks on working through the language regarding rendering and odor control, making sure that was in the development agreement. Outside of that, a lot of pages that are exactly the same on all 3 development agreements that we're looking at. But those are kind of the big ones for this project. Also outlining some worst case scenarios with working out project costs, if there should be really high bids on the infrastructure project, but I really don't know that that will be an issue looking forward. It'll be a good sized project, so should be some competitive bids. That's way far in the future, looking at the crystal ball, but they've been good to work with, and excited to move forward with this development agreement.
Great. My only question, the RISE grant, have we been assured of the RISE grant at this point, or is that still in?
So nothing is for sure until it's approved, but working through that with Bolton and Mink. Like I said, Molly's been working a lot on the RISE grant. I don't know that there's been a situation that a city has worked to this point with DOT staff that and it gets to the DOT commission that they don't fund the project. So there's some pretty good checks and gates that we have to get through to even get to this point. But that being said, it's not for sure until it's approved. So yeah.
Well, I noticed that in the development agreements, they all reference the RISE grant.
Yep, and that's
Yeah.
part of it. If the RISE grant does not come through, part of the development agreements are that we're gonna get to go back to the table and discuss the costs of those improvements, whether that's sharing or looking at other funding opportunities, so. Hope so. If we don't, it's Mr. Farrier's fault.
Right. Skip it. That's, It'll come out of his
Okay.
pocket, right?
Any other discussion? Questions for anybody?
And I
Okay,
guess if Mark wants to say anything from JBS, I see Mr. Jim waving his, would you like to step to the podium and ask a question, Jim?
Yes, please.
Don't forget to state your name and address.
Dr. James Caulfield, 2124 Estella Street, Perry, Iowa. This might be a little off topic, but I'm just curious what effect, if any, JBS's acquisition of the new Ankeny plant on Perry production.
My name is Mark Chase. I'm Clive, 10844 Elmcrest Drive. And to your answer, no, there's no application of changes on it. Absolutely. This plant built here will help furnish the product that goes to Ankeny. So there will be no issues in the matter between the two plants.
anything else? Okay, close that public hearing at 6:11. Okay, item B is a public hearing on the proposed development agreement with M&R Properties Iowa LLC. This is for the flex space building out at the industrial park. And they've already started dirt work out there. So now we'll open that hearing at 6:12.
As the mayor mentioned, this is for the probably planned 2 phases with 2 separate buildings for some flex warehouse space, like industrial. A lot of times you see these get rented out by local contractors that need space to grow into with their business or just operate out of. So a good product to bring to the mix that we have in the community. And like the Mayor said, he's been out there burning dirt and we've been getting this development agreement together for tonight's meeting. So.
Other comments? Okay, we'll close that one at 6:12. Item C is a public hearing on proposed development agreement with ADR Axles USA Inc. This is for their new plant out at the industrial park also. So we will open this one at 6:13.
All right, pretty similar to the others as far as language goes. We have been working with Mr. John Callan, who is here. I think he's been at previous meetings as well. I think we will be, next agenda item is tabling this, the actual action on this development agreement to the next meeting. Beautiful thing about Italy is they get to take, all companies do a shutdown in the month of August. So they were all on holiday for a couple of weeks and got back, I think, last week.
Yeah.
So didn't have quite enough time to put the final Ts and dot the final Is, but we'll have that ready for the September 15th city council meeting to finalize that development agreement. So.
Other comments?
So are we gonna take the month of August off now?
I think that may have been a motion. If there's a second. That would be delightful. Although I might push for November or December for
Hunting.
overlapping with
Yeah.
hunting season.
Yeah.
Nothing else? We'll close that one at 6:14. On to old business. So As Ben just mentioned, item A is an action to adjourn consideration for the development agreement with ADR Axles until our next city council meeting on September 15th, 2025. Could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion, we adjourn the consideration on the development agreement with ADR Axles USA Inc.
I'll second that.
September 15th.
I'll second that still.
Okay. Any further discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Muller,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein. Yes. Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item B is a resolution approving the development agreement with JBS Prepared Foods, Inc., authorizing annual appropriation tax increment payments and pledging certain tax increment revenue to the payment of the agreement. This will be in the amount not to exceed 10 million, which includes the city infrastructure project. So could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion, we pass a resolution approving development agreement with JBS Prepared Foods Incorporated, authorizing annual appropriation tax increment payments and pledging certain tax increment revenues to the payments of the agreement.
I'll second.
Okay, discussion.
Like I said, lots of work last week and into probably over the weekend and this morning yet. So we're able to get this finalized for city council. Very excited about the project. Great for the community. I think we were able to find a really good corporate citizen and to partner with to help bring some jobs back to the community and hopefully first of many, many, many projects and investments in the community. So
When does dirt work starting?
I think tomorrow, Wednesday, we might have a meeting scheduled to go over their grading permit plan. Hoping to get that finalized in the next week or two. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I think they'll be closing on the property quickly. Getting their grading permits, everything buttoned up with that so that we can issue the grading permit. And they can get started on grading. One thing is that, which timelines are working well, but no vertical infrastructure can be built by either of the companies prior to the DOT commission approving the RISE grant connected to those projects. So want to make sure Mark knows that he can't start putting up walls until after they approve it on the 9th. But hopefully they'll be turning dirt in the next couple of weeks and we'll be kind of working through the next phases of those site plans and building plans as their design team gets them ready and gets them to us. It is kind of, I mean, it's probably the largest set of plans and largest project that we've seen for a while, if ever. So for the sake of our staff too, we're going to take it in phases, but chipping away at one thing at a time so they can get going and get dirt turned and hopefully make some progress before the snow flies. So.
Like we're on schedule.
Any further discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Muller,
Yes.
Klein. Yes. Shelley,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item C is resolution approving development agreement with M&R Properties Iowa LLC, authorizing annual appropriation tax increment payments and pledging certain tax increment revenues to the payment of the agreement. This is the amount not to exceed 200,000. And it, so could I have a motion, please?
Item C, resolution approving development agreement with M&R Properties LLC. Annual appropriation tax increments, payments, pledging certain tax increments, reviews, revenues of the payment of the.
I'll second.
Come on, just say the whole thing.
Discussion.
To be fair.
Etc.
So again, this is for phase one of that two-phase flex space. So he's been out there doing dirt work the last couple of weeks. And should be ready and raring to go to be able to get those completed. I don't know exactly what his timeline is of putting the structures up, if it's going to be hopefully enclosed or concrete poured by winter season, but definitely he's getting after it. So it's been good to see that progress out there.
That's a dozen.
I think the
Eight.
first building, 8 units in the first building.
1,500.
Yep. So good place to store cars.
And you know that, water retention pond. Are they gonna try to?
To the west. Yep, so the Perry Economic Development owns the stormwater detention pond. It was kind of roughly graded and excavated for Percival Scientific's expansion because they needed to raise their site for their addition. But we are hopefully working towards them fully grading out their detention pond and making it function. So we've been in conversations with them about that, but yes, this project stormwater will be captured in that new detention pond when it's finished.
Any further discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes,
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item B is a resolution accepting the economic development assistance contract between JBS USA Food Company, the City of Perry, and Iowa Economic Development Authority. This is the IEDA's portion of the incentive to JBS. We are a partner in that, so we approved it once before, but this is actually approving them entering into the agreement with them. So, and the contract number will be 25 HQJP 019. So that motion, please.
I make a motion, we pass a resolution accepting the economic development assistance contract between JBS USA Food Company, the City of Perry, and Iowa Economic Development
second that.
Authority.
Discussion.
And might ask for an amendment, when,
Possibility of a name change.
yeah, so when we went through the application for high quality jobs a couple of months ago, we were still working under the name of JBS USA. And just like we went through and updated the name from JBS USA to JBS Prepared Foods,
Mhm.
this contract will be getting updated to that same name. So do we need that in the resolution, or it's in the resolution already?
Just, it's noted.
No,
in-
okay.
Especially in the packet that went out, it was noted that there's a probability of a name change or update. The general consensus or acknowledgement would be JBS USA Foods and JBS Prepared Foods are one and the same. It's just how they applied for the high quality jobs program. So once I get the official copy from IEDA on the name of the contract, I will update the resolution to match. So
And
if you want to change your motion,
I
to say
will
to match the
motion, I will
IEDA
motion to
contract,
the new name if we need to.
should cover.
I believe that will be coming through on DocuSign for an electronic signature.
Okay.
So when we get that, we can download the PDF of the final contract as well, and we'll also get a fully executed copy to attach to the development agreement as one of the exhibits.
Anything else on that? Okay, roll call, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Andor,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Okay, item A is a resolution approving an amendment to the RISE grant application and authorizing an additional local match. We discussed this at the last meeting and had the approval, but found that we could do some changes and make things better for us. So I'll let Sven talk about those after we have a motion, please.
Item B, resolution approving amendment to the RISE grant application and authorizing additional local.
I'll second that.
All right, so Matt can jump in at any point because his engineer brain probably has every number memorized, but in working through this application with the DOT and Bolton Mink staff, it was brought up that we could have an option to kind of separate the overall infrastructure project into two separate projects in one application. So the DOT RISE program has their immediate opportunity fund or program, as well as a local development fund where, city council or any community could go and apply for funds to build a road for an industrial park more on a speculative basis instead of having a company with jobs looking to come that needs infrastructure access. So what got worked out is that we were able to separate the Sumas Avenue improvements to the immediate opportunity grant, which maxed out the number of jobs and the dollar amount per job that the DOT funds at. And in the immediate opportunity program, and then the intersection project will be in the development program at a 60% DOT funded, 40% locally funded. It's 40-60 as opposed to 50-50 if you have a certified site. They increase their portion by 10% for a certified site. So with that kind of little bit of shuffle, that increased the grant dollar amount by about $1.8 million that we could ask for. And I want to say our local match is 2 point something that is in an email somewhere or in this resolution. But that will be able to help get us a little bit more. 1.8 million is not a little bit to sneeze at, but a pretty good chunk of funding to be able to move forward with the project.
And within that resolution, it does restate that we're again committing to maintaining the projects for 20. And that was in the original one, but it was advised to make sure to repeat it in the amendment.
And pretty sure at some point a couple of weeks ago, I did send out some exhibits that show what the conceptual layout of that intersection would be, as well as L Avenue. We'll probably, as we get farther down the road, we'll likely have some larger poster size boards made to be able to put around to help start letting the public know that intersection improvements are coming.
Would both projects commence at one time, provided it's approved, or would they be phased separately?
Much discussion has been held about that. I don't know if we have a final decision. We're also looking at an additional funding source for the intersection project. And that would likely push it into two separate projects based on the bid requirements under that other DOT grant program through District 4 DOT office in Atlantic. So we're still in conversations on that, but hoping to get another I think it's 250,000 towards the intersection project.
That would help.
And I think I'm going to defer to Matt for more experience on more RISE grants and how this could go.
So right now with that potentially sitting out there, like there's a possibility that we might be utilizing Iowa DOT funding out of another source. That changes the way we would do it. Also, I think the difference between the work that needs to occur within Highway 141 and what would be on Sumas Avenue, we probably would recommend bidding those separately anyway, just based on the type of contractor that would bid the two projects.
Okay.
So there's very likely it'll be two separate projects.
Starting and completing at different times.
Likely, if we go after the other funding source from the DOT, that would slow the way from 141 down a little bit compared to what we do on Sumas. So right now, I think the anticipated schedule is that we would be looking to try to bid Sumas Avenue by January.
Okay.
So we'd have it under contract by February. And as soon as the snow melt happens, we'd be able to start construction right away.
And I think with all of that, depending on the likely hopeful positive outcome at the DOT commission meeting. As long as Matt can get it together, we'd probably have a professional services agreement for the design of Sumas Avenue and the intersection on the agenda on the 15th.
With
So-
the caveat, they may also, depending on what we do with DOT funding, that may make the intersection agreement have to lag a little bit because we'd have to have DOT reviews and all that stuff. So the similar construction would be similar design.
Okay.
At least getting started on the
Sumas
road
Avenue is-
design.
Mhm.
Sumas Avenue is kind of top priority because
There's a couple
I would
of
assume
developments
Mark
that are
wants to be
waiting
able
on
to drive
information.
to work.
These guys have been very patient waiting for information on what happens with the street, so.
Yeah.
Okay, any further discussions? Okay, let's have roll call then, please.
Shelley,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor,
Yes.
Okay, item F is a resolution accepting a grant agreement from the FAA for the parallel taxiway reconstruction improvement projects. This is for just reconstructing the existing runway, not the new extension. 1432, 4,000 foot by 75 foot. And so on August 21st, 2025, the city was provided a grant agreement, and the number is 3-19-0075-023-2025, which they're agreeing to pay 95% of the costs of this. So could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion, we pass a resolution accepting a grant agreement from the FAA for parallel taxiway reconstruction improvement project.
Second.
Discussion.
I think we're getting closer to being able to get this project going, but I'm not grateful for 95% because it's usually 90, but this is one of those times that makes me miss the days of COVID when the FAA had 100% funding. But, we'll be able to finalize these signatures and be off to the races on that taxiway project.
And when would that happen? Next spring?
Likely spring.
Likely spring.
For engineer Farrier.
Need a balls.
Discussion? Okay, roll call.
Mahler,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor,
Yes.
Okay, item G is a resolution approving an additional extension to the current extended employment agreement with Sven, our city administrator. So we had 60 days. A few of us failed to meet that, so we need to extend it until the end, after the next council meeting on September 15th. So we're asking for an extension to September 16th, 2025. There was a telephone polling, so this is just to verify that everyone has agreed to that and put it on the official record. That motion, please.
Motion to approve item G, resolution approving additional extension to the current extended employment agreement with Sven Peters as city administrator.
Second.
Once this new contract is ratified or signed, everything goes back retroactively or just how would that work?
Yeah,
That's the way the contract is written, to go back to July 1st.
And per my previous employment agreement, current employment agreement, any amendments to the contract do have to be mutually agreed upon. So I do agree to continue as city administrator through September 16th.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Andor,
Yes.
Okay, on to new business. This final item, it's a resolution setting a date and time for a safety employee appreciation day. So we have one of these every year. This one is set for Wednesday, October 19th from 10:30 to 1:30 at the, okay, 29th, yep. sorry. 10:30 to 1:30, American Legion Hall, located at 1324 First Street. We want to show off the newly remodeled space. It's very nice in there if you haven't seen it. So could I have a motion, please?
I move that we approve the resolution setting a date and time for a safety/employee appreciation day on October 29th.
I'll second.
Josh?
Yeah, so at it again, this is our 11th time that we've had a employee appreciation and safety day for employees. And I think it's something that all the employees really like going to. You really get a sense of togetherness and, you know, appreciation because we do hand out awards over the milestones. So this year we're looking at hosting it in the Legion instead of the Sallyport. So it'll be a little bit of a change and stuff. So kind of our tentative schedule is that I did put introduction by the mayor, which I was hoping that Mayor Kavanaugh would do as done in the past and invite all the council members and everybody to come to it. I think it's a great event. We'll have some really good speakers giving a presentation that day, including Mr. Peterson, if he would please do an update to the city like he's done in the past. I think it's a really good thing. You know, some place can hear that. So, look forward to everybody coming, having a meal and a good day. So,
Question. Parking for the event is in the parking lot south of the post office?
absolutely, that's where it's at. That was something we thought about strategically, and thanks for bringing that up. So that's going to be excellent.
I know the person who
That's
owns
the public parking lot.
the old funeral home, so we can ask for their permission to park in there.
Sure,
along
most of
too.
the department heads will probably park way away, so we, you know, have to walk the most, but I think that parking lot, will be great. Good idea.
There's not a lot of parking right around the Legion Hall.
No, absolutely not. Okay,
Should we think about maybe raffling off the prime parking locations to city
Yeah, I think
council?
so. Yeah. there
yeah, I
is.
think that would be
It'll be after the fact, though.
Yeah, there you go.
thank you.
Thanks, Josh. Further discussion?
Having attended a number of those over the years, I think they're great events and I appreciate you putting that together again.
Yep.
Roll call, please.
Andor,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Walling.
Yes.
Anything else to discuss? With that, we'd adjourn. Thank you all.